There are a lot of integrations that you can take advantage of with Firebase using your Google Analytics for Firebase data. Let's take a look at some of these. So first we have audiences. Now, the example I have on my screen here is an example where I'm looking at an audience of users who have passed all of the levels available in my app. But now, as the app developer, I've gone ahead and added some new levels, and I want to let these people know that they should come back because there's more for them to experience within my app. So I've used this audience of level beaters to target a push notification to let these users know that there's now new levels and they should come back and play. Next, we have user properties. So in this example, I am looking at a user property called completed onboarding. So this is an app that has some kind of an onboarding tutorial, and I know when a user has actually completed that onboarding, and I've set it to true. In this case, I'm using remote config and a user property to target users who have already completed this onboarding with a different experience. For example, maybe I want to suppress or hide the ability to go through the tutorial so that I'm not bugging users with this tutorial every time they come back to the app, knowing that they've already gone ahead and completed it.
Another great example of how Google Analytics enhances the other features of Firebase is our integration with Crashlytics. Crashlytics is the industry leader in crash tracking and stability to make sure that you keep your app stable and healthy for your users. Like most stability solutions, Crashlytics will let you know the stack trace associated with any crash that happens in your app, so you know where in your code crashes are occurring. But Analytics integration with Crashlytics goes a step further. So you can also see the series of events that led up to the crashes for your users, giving you that extra set of clues so you can understand how users are getting to the point of crashing. And that usually makes the difference in being able to reproduce and fix and validate your crashes. Another really powerful integration is our integration with Firebase Cloud Functions. Cloud Functions for Firebase is a serverless solution which has integrations with Google Analytics for Firebase and allows you to develop features on top of your analytics events. So your analytics events become input driving feature development in your app. Say, for example, you wanted to send a welcome message to users who sign up with your app for the first time. Here's the series of steps that occur. First, the user signs up in your app. Then a sign-up event is sent to Analytics, forwarded on to Functions, which spins up an instance. You don't need to manage all the infrastructure yourself or set up any servers. This is automatically handled, scaled up, and spun up for you. And then once it's in Functions, you can actually use lots of tools at your disposal to implement any custom solution, like sending an email to this user to welcome them into your ecosystem. It's open-ended and the sky's the limit with what you want to implement using your analytics events. Lastly, we want to show you a case study that highlights how you can use your analytics data to improve your app's performance, highlighting a case with Rockbite, the popular app developer of DeepTown. Rockbite's DeepTown monetizes through a combination of ads and in-app purchases. They had a very simple goal, which was to optimize revenue through the layout of their in-game shop. The shop offers crystals and chests. Crystals which you can buy with real money, and chests that you buy with crystals. In the past, they used a lot of different strategies to try to optimize the revenue, but they struggled because nothing seemed to be conclusive for them in their experiments. So they decided to use Firebase predictions and A/B testing to optimize the layout for their digital goods store in DeepTown. And here's what they did. Based on the prediction of users to spend, so if a user was likely to spend as predicted by Firebase predictions, they actually changed the experience to show crystals, which you can buy with real money, at the top of their shop. And this increased revenue among the spender predicted group to up 25%. For users who were predicted to not spend by Firebase predictions, they changed the order of things in their shop. They chose chests at the top of the shop, and they added an option to watch a video ad, a rewarded video ad, to buy chests. So this was only for the users predicted to not spend. Making this change increased revenue among the non-spended predicting group by 24%. The CEO of Rockbite was super impressed, saying that Firebase predictions and remote config gave us the power to target users based on their predictive behavior and rapidly test different purchase flows in our beta app. Without Firebase, we would not have become profitable in today's competitive mobile gaming industry.
So as you can see, there are a lot of different integrations with different features of Firebase, remote config, predictions, as well as notifications, and many different things that you can use to really take advantage of your Google Analytics for Firebase data and bring more value to your business.